So guys, Kyle, Kylie, man, Kylie, should be Kylie. I'll change it. I'm gonna change my name, bro. Personal detail. Name, Kylie. There we go. Change it to Kylie. Don't kill people at lava dragons? No way, man. That's not fun. What's up, guys? Delete the stream. That will be later. Be later. As I bit my cheek earlier, freaking hurt. Freaking hurt. Bit my cheek earlier. What's up, guys? Hope you guys liked our reactions earlier. Super good. Had fun making them. You can watch my streams on YouTube. Having this with my tip, nice, man. Appreciate the support. You know, I'm making videos daily for you. Daily, squad, daily. Don't you play a horror game? I just like multiplayer games. Sometimes I finger myself. Nice. Same here. Ha! Probably Turk, yeah. That situation good. Stay up, brother. Stay up. It was fun. I don't know, man. I'm just washing some clothes right now. It's always something like that. New Donkey Kong game? Nah, man. The DLC was not worth it. What are you doing? Playing some RuneScape, man. Where's the tunes? They're somewhere around here. Guys, make sure you join the Discord link in bio. You didn't lend me 300 mil. I don't take loans. We're getting no fights. No fights. Remove me? Alright. Will do. Will do. Big hits. Big hit, Squadron. That was bad. That's really bad, bro. I did bad there. Bro, you did not let me 300 mil, man. I don't know what you was on, bro. I lent you 300 mil. I need it back. Guys, it's Sunday, man. Sunday. What did a Carl Shooter open my browser, bro? Big hits. What's up, Sonny? Strong hits. Can't hit. Big, strong hits, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm not gonna send a special tip. Big nostrils. Fuck. Hold on, I'm fighting somebody risking, bro. I messed up. Wait, this guy's dead, bro. Member now? Yes, I'm a RuneScape member. Let's join the Discord. We have a 10 mil giveaway going on in the Discords. Watching where you react to stuff, I still make those videos. This guy has GDS. GDS. Gonna send it twice. Smited! I smited him! Oh boy, you got worked. Big hit? Oh my gosh. Almost took the man out. Oh snap. Nice little combo. From him. $10 giveaway. There's another giveaway going on. You didn't lend me nothing, man. Get out of here, bro. I don't take loans. Big hits, guys. Big hits. I want a rematch. Time for a rematch. ASAP. Yeah, join my Discord. I have a 10 mil giveaway going on. Did you make bank from PK? Not really. I lost a Berserker ring last stream. If I get this kill, I'm up, I guess. What game is this? This is old school RuneScape, brother. And I almost freaking freaked me up, bro. I was using a DDS. Watch this. Not this, no. That's too long of a video.
I've just spent the last few hours hands-on with every new iPhone. So that's the way better than expected iPhone 17. This
favorite
shockingly
chip?
thin new iPhone
Hot Cheetos,
X,
man.
Then the big boys, the 17 Pro and Pro Max. I'm not gonna lie to you, after the very slow event last year, this one is a complete reshuffle. Like, this one changes how I see the entire iPhone lineup. Because it starts with the basic iPhone 17, which, you know, when you first look at it, it's almost identical to the iPhone 16 last year. The same camera layout, the same buttons, super familiar design. But then you turn it on and you realize this is not a basic iPhone anymore.
They felt my guy.
This is a full-on Pro iPhone now. Like the display, it's got the same size body, but it's now a 6.3-inch screen compared to 6.1, which also means the bezels are now the thinnest ever on an iPhone. And
I can't hit.
Sometimes these bezel improvements need a microscope for you to be able to tell. Not this one. It is pretty actually immediately obvious when you look at this compared to the previous phone. It's got a tougher ceramic shield 2 coating on it. They say it's 3 times more resistant to scratches, but to be fair, I'm pretty sure the random particles in my pocket will still find a way. But also, this is like the easiest to read that an iPhone display has ever been. Even in this super bright room where...
Why are you full HP, man?
16 is struggling. And that's partly the fact that the 17 now has the Pro's 3000 nits of brightness, but it also has an anti-reflective coating, which we've never had on an iPhone. So have a look here. You know where the light is hitting the screens? Can you see how there is a little bit less of a visual interruption from it now? And it's all topped off with ProMotion, meaning that this is now a 120Hz display that can also go all the way down to 1Hz for the always-on mode. And I mean, on one hand, they had to do this eventually. You know, we've given the iPhone like a once-a-year annual roasting session every time Apple has announced a new phone that still happens to have a 60Hz display. But then on the other hand, it's just so un-Apple to actually release a Pro-branded feature on the base iPhone. Some part of me still thought that this phone would forever be doomed because the kinds of people buying it just wouldn't care about 120Hz. I've never been more glad to be wrong. The cameras are better too. The ultra-wide has gone from 40 megapixel to 48, which is in line with the Pros. And that will also improve your close-up macro photography, because it uses the same camera, with also this ability to record from both the front camera and your rear cameras at the same time. I don't really know what this is for. Like, I can't imagine this becoming the next TikTok meta, but the implementation is slick. I do like how you can drag the bubble to decide where you want your face cam to be, and then how that reflects in the final footage. But the really interesting thing that no one saw coming is what is happening with the front camera. So they upgraded the camera from being able to take 12 megapixel photos to now taking 18 megapixel ones, but this is now a square.
We got a red skull.
Which means you can take vertical selfies and you can take horizontal selfies no matter which way you're holding the phone up. This is so cool. The shots are wide.
My man is confident.
More detailed than before.
Oh!
It has center stage, which means the camera can automatically go out wider and follow you around when you're on a FaceTime.
Dude, I could have killed him like 2 times, bro.
After years of purposefully nerfing the base iPhones to keep the Pros as attractive as possible, Apple's just decided that this year is the year that they rip the band-aid off entirely. Like, apart from the missing telephoto camera, there is such little missing here that I think this is by far the best value phone in the lineup. Because the iPhone 17 now also charges faster than last generation 16. It has an extra 8 hours of battery life if you're watching videos, at least according to Apple. It's got the new A19 chip, which doesn't feel like a mind-blowing upgrade, but still, you know, that's an extra 20% performance. And then, in like the most un-Apple-like move ever, they upgraded the storage to 256 gigs from 128. And the moment they said that, I was so sure, like I'd already started writing that they were going to bump the price up to $899. But they didn't. This is the same $799 starting price as last year. Honestly, if I bought an iPhone 16 at full price, I'd be crying right now. But then we've got the completely new $999 iPhone.
Yum, thank you for the follow.
Very interesting. So this is Apple's latest attempt at filling that awkward little child slot in their lineup. In 2020, they made the iPhone mini, but then realized that no one wanted mini phones. Then in 2022, they changed that for the Plus, which failed too because it just didn't do enough differently. So instead of shrinking or stretching, Apple's decided that now it's time to try flattening. And like, I'm going to be honest with you, this phone absolutely creates an impression. Like, the first time I picked the thing up, my mouth involuntarily formed a silent O, as I truly came to terms with how, at 5.6 millimeters, this is thinner than any previous iPhone. This is thinner than Samsung's ultra-slim Galaxy S25 Edge. The thing's thinner than a pencil. But the other thing is, it also feels a lot more luxury than I was expecting it to. When I watched the thing get announced, I thought, oh, it looks kind of flimsy and so light that it's a bit cheap. But it really doesn't feel it, especially with this glossy titanium rail going all the way around the sides and the ceramic shield that you've now got on the back. I think the 17 Air is made for the kind of person who cares enough about their phone to not just take the base 17.
I'm gonna work out today, man.
Isn't so into the specs that they'll worry about what they're missing compared to the Pros. And I think if you are that
God damn it, bro.
look at this Air, you'll compare it to all past experiences you've had with iPhones, and you will think this is
That is freaking
I see
unkillable.
this product kind of like the really hot girl that you probably shouldn't try to date. You know it's bad news. You know it's not going to last. But let's be honest, you're probably going to try your luck anyway. The truth is, you're making 2 pretty fundamental compromises for this thinness. The battery, which Apple helpfully tells us is still an all-day battery, but whose day? So this is a smaller battery than you get on every other iPhone released this year. And It doesn't exactly reassure me that Apple has specifically made a MagSafe power bank designed to slip onto the Air, and that when they quoted the battery life of the Air, they quoted the figure that assumed you had this battery pack attached. But then, according
Games
to
this
Apple,
old school
because of the efficiency
RuneScape.
improvements of their new A19 chips and this
Where's
new
the
M1
Discord?
chip
It should be in the
that
bio.
Bluetooth and AirDrop, that this tiny
Or
sliver
in the
of the
description,
phone
rather.
has the same battery life
Go on
as
my
the
channel
16
page.
Pro. I mean, if that's true, that is absolutely bonkers. I will start prepping the battery test immediately. But sadly, it's not just battery. You're also getting slower charging. You're only getting one speaker, which is really poor in 2025. And then the other big one is you're also losing the ultra-wide camera that you would have had on a normal iPhone 17. And yeah, the one camera you do get is a decent 48 megapixel sensor, basically the same as the one on the 17. But this does mean this is a single rear camera on a $1,000 phone in almost 2026, which, tell me that's not form over function. I mean, to be fair, it might work for Apple. It's exactly what they did with the MacBook Air, and that's now their best-selling laptop by a mile. But my take is that the weight and the thickness of a normal phone is not enough of a problem to need this drastic of a solution. It's
And
a
will you
very
marry me?
alluring phone.
No.
Also see how they're going to
Good.
market it to the average consumer as a way to get pro performance, since it does come with the new more powerful A19 Pro chip. But I actually think there'll be a very large difference in
A19 Pro chip.
this compared to in the the base iPhone 17 now has all the previously Pro features, and that the
You didn't lend me shit, bro.
The phone for people who just want their device to look sexy, means that this year it really feels like Apple has been freed up to just prioritize function over form on these models. These are the most clearly actually made for pros pro iPhones I've ever seen, which is probably why they now feel comfortable charging the new higher prices.
Let's get some nice kills, guys.
For the Pro, which is pretty much the highest amount anyone is charging for a non-XL size device, and then $1,199 for the Pro Max. So there's a few ways you can see this function-first approach in action. Like the first is, these are thicker. Both the 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max, they're almost 8% thicker than their previous counterparts, which is by its nature less stylish, but you know what makes a phone truly beautiful? It is just having a big, fat battery on the inside.
Battery.
Apple's saying you'll get up to 33 hours of battery on the 17 Pro, which is a very healthy jump from the 27 on the 16 Pro, and then 39 on the Pro Max this time. All while having the side effect that I'm absolutely sure Apple has thought through of making the Air look even thinner when you hold them side by side. But there's more. You'll also notice these Pros look very different to last year's. Again, there is functional reason. You might know that for a long time now, pretty much every smartphone has had metal all around the sides and then a glass sheet across the back, because you can still wirelessly charge your phone through glass. But there's a problem. Glass is absolutely terrible at dissipating heat. So this time,
You don't have
the
300
iPhone
mils
has
alone.
metal everywhere, except the specific zone where they have to be glass, or I guess ceramic shield this time around.
Good luck, brother.
Window from here to here. So they've sacrificed on the minimalism of the design, but this metal should be, like, no exaggeration, 200 times better at getting heat from inside the phone to outside the phone.
Why are they all
It's also
safe?
paired with a vapor chamber for the first time ever on an iPhone, and a swap from titanium as the metal of choice to
Yeah, feminism is a RuneScape name.
choice to go
Yep.
with aluminium is fine. It's a very standard material that's still used in many flagship phones. And
God damn it, bro.
it's lighter than titanium, it's over 10 times more conductive, it's easier to color, which is the only reason how they've been able to make the first actually interesting pro iPhone color.
I pop blocked myself, bro.
Bronzy orange, which is definitely
That's
the
so
one I'm
sad.
trying to get. My issue with this situation is that Apple just switched to titanium 2 years ago, and when they did that, they made a massive deal about it. It was the headline.
Why would she
feature
go
of
for
iPhone
special
15
attack
Pros,
there,
and They
man?
didn't stop talking about how much more beautiful the phones were because of this titanium. So it just feels a little bit cheeky to now quietly be like, it's aluminium, like every other phone, and then proudly talk about all the reasons why the new phones are better, that are just because it is aluminium. But anyway, put all these things together and the iPhone 17
sad.
should run a lot cooler, which is not the most exciting thing in the world, but it is needed. It'll make the phones perform a lot better, especially with the new A19 Pro chip. I tried some gaming on this, and I'm not normally too taken aback by mobile gaming demos, but this actually was the most graphically impressive, smooth gaming experience I have ever had on a smartphone. They should charge faster, because Charging is also programmed to slow down when things get hot.
God
Honestly,
damn.
I'll be happy if this just means my phone won't dim its screen to 0 brightness the minute the weather forecast changes to predict sun. But the thing that I'm most curious about is what's happening with the cameras. So the pros get the same square front camera
I power blocked
in
myself.
both orientations. And the other big change is the telephoto camera.
Love you,
is going
thank
from
you,
a
man.
5x optical zoom with a 12 megapixel resolution to 4x optical zoom, but with a 48 megapixel resolution, which should actually be a double-sided upgrade, because it means that when you're zooming in, you don't have to wait all the way till 5 times before your telephoto camera kicks in. So the quality in the early part of your zoom is better, but also because you have 4 times the number of pixels, even though the optical zoom number is slightly lower, it should mean your photos look better, even when you go really far in. And that's the iPhone 17s. Very impressed with the base phone, interested by the Air, and then I feel like the Pros could have done a little bit more, but they're solid. Shockingly little mention of Apple Intelligence this time around, but I kind of prefer that because it means we get a bit more on the hardware end compared to the iPhone 16 generation. But now there's no titanium, it's like all the more reason to just get a Taurus case. Their Q3 Air has literal airbags inside of it. So cushioned, it doesn't matter how many times you drop the thing. But also, it's the only phone case that actually makes your life easier. I use the magnet on the back all the time to quickly snap it onto things to take videos. I use this stand every day so I can call someone while I'm eating or hook it around something so I can watch a show while showering. And I've seen so many companies trying to copy this design, but this is the real deal. Strongest magnet,
Good fight.
sturdiest
We got a
hinge,
kill.
bulkiest sides.
Let's go.
Plus, their FlexLine charger is a lifesaver when I'm traveling, because this one brick replaces 2
1.6.
but also with a baked-in retractable USB-C cable. Link below to have a look yourself.
Did you hear the news?
There we go, squad. We take those. Huge. That's huge. Do the Patrick laugh? Hold on, hold on. I'm in a battle, bro. Decent eat by me, but not really good. Just decent, bro. I got chance. Oh, smited! Come on, killer. No, no, no shot. No shot. Come on, Finch. Jeez, man. Come on, this is an AGF mic. Heat reveal win? As I bit my cheek earlier, it freaking hurt. I'm also washing my clothes. Portable washing machine. I don't think she'll rematch. No, I don't smoke, man. No thank you, no skull. That's why I'm still transgender, man. Come on, guys, we're up some gold right now. We're up a little bit of gold. Chilling, we're chilling. Need that big kill. Did you really now? Well, why don't you send no more, bro? That money's gone. Long gone, man. That money's long gone, bro. Yeah. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? I don't even bite my freaking cheek that hard and it gets like freaking destroyed, bro. Sucks. Know what I mean, guys? Open the dang curtains. I'll try, man. Drank. Take in the drink. Hey, I don't need a smoke, man. My target died. Let's get some PKs, squad. Hey. That's okay. Good luck, brother. How you doing, Luke? Oh. I swear, I thought he would special attack again, bro. You hype for sailing? Heck no, man. Ain't hype for no sailing, bro. Elite sailing, bro. Elite that sailing, bro. Yeah. This guy's wrecking me. Let me try something. Again? Oh. Ooh, oh my gosh. That was so close. That was so close. What's your bank? It's like 4 bill. Nothing huge. Hmm. What's up, man? Get some big hits here, guys. Big, strong hits. Maybe I should have special attacked there, bro. Thought he would triple eat. He kind of just double eat. Next bench, next bench. Come on, bro. Good triple eat by him. Very good triple eat. I'm gonna triple eat there. I'm gonna double eat. Door. God dang, bro. He knows what to do, bro. He knows what to do. You can't finish him. Coon. Ha ha! Oh, man. I have a perfect ante. Alright, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. Oh my gosh, I lived. Yes. Maybe that perfect ante won't work. What's up, deli meat? I be having some wild dreams, man. I quit caffeine, bro. Drinking caffeine daily for months. Big hits. Ah, dang, bro. Like, I want to outlast him for one fight. That's just one fight, bro. Seems impossible. Like, I can't hit it, bro. I got, like, really good bonuses, man. I'm just gonna go to 115. Right, not even 115. Oh my god, bro. I can't hit. And, like, every time my ante, it's like ante, or like just tripling, bro. That's insane. If I can hit like a 48, and one or two 48s, that's all I need, bro. One or two 48s, bro. 17 on 40? My gosh. Mm. Now he's running, okay. I think I got him. Made him run this fight. Made him run this fight. Hmm. 63. Big hit squad. Come on. Come on now. Out. He had more food than me. Why'd he run? I can't hit a single max hit. He skipped me or whatever, or I lost him. Let's go ahead. And turn this on. Keep going. Alright. Back out there. Ready for action here. Yep. Ah, yeah. We'll make more reactions in a bit. Play a horror game? Go down, what's that? Fauna? Sure, man, sure. Alright, thanks, man. Hunt showdown? We'll do. Oh my gosh, we gotta fight. I killed him in 2 hits. Good fight. Oh, I thought I smited him, bro. He didn't have overhead. Good fight, man. Profit. Nice to see some osrs content. Thanks, man. Tier 6 emblem. We're doing good, boys. Can run trios. I can do trios at Fortnite, that's about it. First fight me, I'm good, man. Rate my account, let me look you up, man. Well, that's a good account. Close to max, kind of, but not really. Come on, why do you have to hit 0 with that bestest? Bro. I'm freaking him up so bad. You're way better PK. Thanks, man. I don't think so, though. This guy rushed the flip out of me, man. He's fighting somebody else. Like TOA? Nope. I don't do PVM, brother. I suck at PVM. Like, I'm terrible at it, bro. This guy is going down. I'm gonna smite him for his stuff here. Snap me, chance me. Maybe one day, brother. Pro teacher, nice. I don't even have the gear for it, nothing. We didn't make that much gold today. It's a max. Target is giving me a battle. It's good. Get some big hits in there, guys. Oh, snap. Triple 8. Oh my gosh, huge. I should have freaking... Should have freaking Void Waker, bro. Right after. That would have been a nice kill if I Void Waker right after. He's up, Hannah. Thank you, man. Alright guys, I gotta go put this stuff in the dryer, so we'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Amber? Haha. Amber indeed. What do we watch, guys? Speedrunners broke Double Dragon. Bitch ass. Flop it. Woo! Nice kill, man. Nice kill, mate.
With most speedruns, the game
Only
is
gotta fight.
glitches and tricks that are outside the scope of normal gameplay. But Double Dragon is unique. Despite being almost 40 years old, the speedrun consists solely of exceptional gameplay.
Ooh, got him with a bench. Good fight, brother. Yeah, we take those.
The runners were just really good and executed combat flawlessly. However, over the years, they started to have questions about why certain things were happening that were seemingly inexplicable. For instance, at one point, two Abobos bust out of a wall and attack you. This is a very difficult
Where the
fight.
frick's the...
Enemies try to flank you so they can land devastating blows, with the strategy being to stack them to try and damage them at the same time. But every now and then, one of them would walk off screen and despawn, with no visible explanation as to why. Another strange occurrence had to do with weapons, as they're supposed to unload when the current screen of enemies is defeated. However, sometimes when picked up,
What's up, my boy?
weapon
Good luck.
would carry to the next screen, yet nobody knew why this was happening. Perhaps the most famous glitch was the infinite experience glitch, where a strange invisible enemy would stand still and let you pummel it, allowing players to gain experience rapidly and reach max level very fast. And finally, at the end of the game, there's a boss with a machine gun who shoots bullets, but every now and then, the bullets would pass through you without causing damage, and players seemed to think it had something to do with
Neither of us can
the
hit.
bottom of the screen, as it wasn't understood very well. That is, until this year. Slackinator is a former world record holder in Double Dragon.
Good fight, brother. Let's go.
He didn't
Let's go.
discover why one of these glitches work, but all of them. And not only that,
Close one.
he was able to find incredible time-saving applications for them in the speedrun. And he did all of this while
Tier
looking
9?
for something completely
Tier 8.
unrelated for a challenge run he was routing. In today's video, we'll go over the speedrun, the glitches players encountered but didn't understand, and how Slackinator discovered their inner workings while he wasn't even speedrunning and broke this game for the first time in nearly 40 years. To understand the early Double Dragon speedruns, we first need to understand how the game's systems work. So let's look at combat, enemy behavior, and items. Combat is very straightforward from a player's perspective. Get in range of an enemy, press attack, and do damage until you defeat it.
Very
As you
good.
get further in the game, this gets complicated. As you defeat enemies, you gain experience, and every time you get
I'm doing good, man.
you unlock a new move, which is represented in the game by the hearts below your health bar.
Dude, why is it end my fucking live, bro?
Punch,
Fuck.
kick, and headbutt. But leveling up quickly adds moves to your repertoire. 2 hearts gives you an uppercut and high kick. 3 hearts gives you the signature jump kick. With higher XP,
No longer live on Instagram.
throw, grab, and even pummel downed opponents. But this is only half of the combat equation. As you progress and level up, enemies also level up and will start using
What?
attacks similar to yours. For example, once you unlock the jump kick, so does Williams, and it can be frustrating to deal with. But the main mechanic that drives players nuts is enemy movement. Typically, if there's one enemy on screen, they will walk towards the player and try to align themselves with you, and once they're in range, they'll begin attacking. But this behavior changes if a second enemy is on screen. While the first enemy engages the player, the second will try to flank, and this mechanic sucks to deal with.
No.
It's so bad that in most cases where there are 2 enemies on screen, the strategy was to knock them down
Excuse me.
at the same time so you could combo them again. Which brings us to items. Most items are initially carried by enemies, and by knocking them down, they drop whatever they are carrying. So knives, baseball bats, and dynamite can all be picked up by the player. There are 2 problems with weapons, however. First, they're very slow in terms of speedrunning because they knock enemies down, which means you need to wait for them to get back up before you can damage them. And second, if you clear a screen of enemies, whatever items...
Oh, I thought he had special attack, bro.
Spawn. The first reason is why the weapon glitch mentioned earlier was never explored. Using items is just too slow for the speedrun. But in 2021, Slackinator was looking at ways to improve the speedrun, and he stumbled into something that laid the foundation for this game to be turned on its head. Slack set a world record of 11 minutes and 6
Damn it, man! I
seconds.
didn't mean to fucking eat, bro.
The run was good, it didn't have any insane glitches, and was mostly very well executed gameplay. But
This special attack there,
if you
fuck
wanted
it.
to make more consistent, the Abobo despawn.
No,
Previously,
close enough, no cigar.
one of the Abobos would walk off screen and despawn on rare occasions, but this phenomena wasn't well documented or understood. So,
Oh my gosh,
Slack
Triple
did
E.
what any speedrunner would do in this situation: spend an enormous amount of time brute forcing different actions in the fight until the behavior is replicated.
This guy's just against doing the special attack, man.
Consisted of the despawn was that the Abobo was walking backwards when it went off screen, and he realized that the only time an enemy does this is when it's trying to flank. So he took a look at the code to get a better understanding of this behavior. He learned that when an enemy is flanking, the code is giving it instructions to get to the opposite side of the player. He then realized that during this process, the enemy walks backwards after it crosses over the player's x-axis. Once he understood this, he started trying random to try and see if there was some action the player performed that caused the flanking enemy to moonwalk off screen, and eventually, he replicated the behavior. Upon further investigation, what he found was that if while the flanking enemy is backing up, you jump over the attacking enemy, the flanker would continue walking backwards until it reached a despawn trigger on
dead.
screen and unloads itself. He didn't dig too deep into the code once he discovered this, but the act of jumping over the attacking enemy causes the movement routine of the flanker to never update.
Those
And
are
with
crazy
this
hits.
knowledge, Slack learned something. It wasn't just the Abobos that could be despawned, it was any pair of enemies. So, he started looking for spots in the run where you could Thanos enemies to save time. However, this glitch presented an interesting problem. If you despawn enemies, you'll miss XP and won't unlock moves. This has a dramatic effect on the XP route, since if you despawn everything and delay learning moves, you won't be able to effectively defeat stronger enemies, with the final level being particularly difficult if you're under-leveled. So, the route evolved to only despawn certain enemies while still learning moves in a way that optimized for the final level. At this point, you're probably thinking that Slack took this discovery and set a new world record, which is normally the case when someone discovers a breakthrough like this, except Slack had a major problem. Bug Honey. Bug Honey is so good at the game that his PB was a full minute ahead of Slack's, and that was by pure gameplay mechanics alone. And while Slack's despawn glitch saved time, it didn't make up a full minute. So rather than spend over
He's gonna send them both.
getting as good as Bug Honey, he left the inclusion of this glitch to better runners. However, he wasn't done with the game. Wanting to breathe new life into classic games he enjoyed playing, Slack started something he called the Flawless NES Project, where his goal is to beat more NES games without taking damage than any other person. And it's in this challenge that he returned to Double Dragon later in 2021. Due to the enemy behavior, getting a no-hit run in Double Dragon is difficult enough on its own. But Slack wanted an even greater challenge, so he decided he'd only use the headbutt attack in a run he called the Forehead of Justice. The first thing he realized was that leveling up was going to be an issue since he didn't want the enemies learning new moves. So, he started applying the despawn glitch wherever he could. And while routing out this run, he also figured out how to...
How are you? I'm doing good, man.
work. The Ghost Enemy, and the Phantom Machine Gunner bullets. Due to the technical limitations of the NES, there can only be 2 enemies on screen at the same time. So when an enemy dies, the game unloads it and replaces it with a new enemy if there is another that needs to be loaded on that screen. However, if an enemy despawns instead of dying and there isn't another enemy to spawn, something bizarre happens. Instead of deleting the enemy and carrying on, the game only loads the sprite and code that controls it, but leaves the hitbox loaded in. You can pummel it forever and gain infinite XP. So when players encountered this glitch previously, they were inadvertently triggering the despawn glitch on the final 2 enemies of a screen. And with that mystery solved, Slack had another to unravel, the non-damaging bullets from the machine gunner. Typically, the machine gunner fires shots at you that cause big damage, but every so often, runners would get a fight where the bullets passed through them inexplicably. And oddly, if these bullets ricocheted off a wall after passing through you, they would then damage you, which baffled players. The belief among runners was that this was just a random glitch, but as Slack learned more about the game, he started to get an idea of what was happening. Let's rewind 3 enemy groups. The second group of enemies that spawn are called chins, and one of them comes armed with a knife, And as Slack soon found out, knives have some very weird properties. For instance, if an enemy throws a knife, it can hit the player, but they're immune to any knife they throw, with the same being true for the player. Any knife you throw, you're immune to, but it can damage an enemy. There's also a strange edge case that Slack noticed. If you throw a knife and it hits a wall, the flag in memory becomes flipped.
How are you? I'm alright,
That
bro.
the knife you just threw can now damage you. And once Slack
Just
deduced
died.
all of this, he figured out why the machine gunner bullets sometimes didn't hurt the player. It turns
Oh,
out
so
that the
no
act
way.
of picking up a knife applies its properties to all projectiles, meaning once you have it in hand, it's not just that knife that you're immune to, it's all projectiles. So the machine gunner glitch was being caused by players picking up a knife 3 fights earlier. All of this new knowledge helped give Slack a better understanding of the game and how despawning enemies works, which he used to make huge progress at improving the run.
I'm slower. I'm slower. Go! Yes! It's faster than the task!
This new discovery was very valuable to the headbutt run for one big reason. Killing enemies takes time, and the hardest enemy you have to deal with is the level timer. While the level timer is inconsequential for the speedrun, it's an impassable barrier for the Forehead of Justice run, because it takes so long to kill the final boss with headbutts.
I don't understand Spanish.
Before you can kill him. But Slack had an idea. What if instead of defeating Jimmy, we despawn him? This is easier said than done, however, as Jimmy is missing one key piece for the despawn glitch, a second enemy. So, there's no flanking mechanic to exploit. But Slack noticed that sometimes when you jumped, Jimmy would back up. Digging deeper into this, he discovered
Why would you
that
eat
Jimmy
there,
backed
man?
up whenever you faced away and jumped.
Why don't you just not eat?
What if you could get Jimmy to back up far enough that he walked off screen and despawned? Wanting to understand why Jimmy was backing up with this specific jump, he looked in the game's RAM but couldn't make sense of what was going on and figured it might be based on RNG. But there
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is base 44. This is the first
Big
there was
hits.
something else about this behavior.
Come on,
because of
bruh.
The distance that Jimmy walked backwards would vary.
Come on,
The
bruh.
peculiar thing he discovered
48.
was that if you fall into the spike
I can
pit,
outlast
he
him
would
here.
continue doing whatever action he was carrying out when you fell. And if he was walking backwards when you died, he'd walk
No.
all the way to the edge of the screen. And sometimes he'd even go to a spot that should have despawned him. Except he didn't despawn. Slack exhausted every possible option he could think of trying to decipher this, except for one, picking up an item. This should have been impossible, as there are no items in the Jimmy fight. However, there is a knife in an earlier fight, so Slack glitched the knife from fight to fight to bring it into the Jimmy battle. He was able to do this because he figured out what causes the glitched item. By picking up a weapon during the final frames before it despawns, the game still tries to despawn it. Except now, you're holding it, so a glitched mess ends up getting created that has the properties of an item. When Slack picked the glitch item up in the Jimmy fight, he started walking backwards, but it came just short of getting him to the despawn trigger by 2 pixels.
Oh, this is even... Lucky, this is even worse. It's even worse because now I'm not 20 frames away. I'm 2 pixels away. It's even worse.
Once again, he dug into the code and realized that the
Big
function
hits.
controlling the enemy movement didn't update when the player performed certain actions. So while executing,
I don't know what the
facing
fuck's
away,
going on.
crouching, or
Video
picking
game
up
logic.
items, the enemy movement code would keep repeating whatever its last instruction was. With this knowledge, he began brainstorming ideas on stream for how to get Jimmy to move the final 2 pixels when a viewer asked him why he was trying this on the right side. So, to humor the viewer, he went to the left side and realized something.
If I jump up in the air and turn around in the air... See, I'm 24? I should be able to... There's 22. That's 2... There's our 2 pixels right there.
When
Yeah,
you're
man.
at the bottom and holding the walk button to the left, Billy's X position is 22, except you're facing away from Jimmy. Slack assumed that this X position is the same on both sides, which it is. However, the act of moving to the other side revealed something to him.
What if the enemy while we're facing this way knocks us backwards.
Shit.
Previously, he had been exploring this at two
Good risk by
positions,
him.
facing away from Jimmy, as that was the closest X position you could get to the despawn, and by facing Jimmy, which had your X position at 26. And it was in this latter position that he came just 2 pixels short of getting Jimmy to despawn. His new idea was to get into X position 26, then bait Jimmy into jump kicking through him, as this would achieve 2
Get over here.
getting Jimmy on your left side, and the knockback would get your character 2 more pixels to the left. Once you were knocked back, Jimmy would try to square up with you. Then to delay his backup animation, Slack would jump, then pick up the glitched item when the crouch animation was ending. And when he tested this theory...
Yes! It's possible! It's possible! You can do it! You can! It is possible to despawn this freaking jerk.
At long last, Slack had convinced Bimmy to Thanos himself, and had the chatter not asked him if both sides were the same, he may never have discovered this. As it stands currently, this hasn't been used in a speedrun, but Slack is actively doing speedrun attempts. So go check him out at the links pinned below, and let him know that I sent you with the raid message, AppleSoftZ.
Weak erections? Check out this chewable mint.
I hate fighting this guy. Big hits, boys! Don't be a snake, bro. It smokes. That's a good combo. I have to give it to him. You should have special attack twice. God damn it, bro. What the fuck was that? That worked? That worked. Almost worked. Boom, bench kill. Boom, bench kill. He's so low, bro. Like right there, I could have killed him. God darn, man. This boy needs to go 100. Oh. Change gear, skip. You're free to skip, man. Alright, let's go ahead and fight this other guy or something. Ha!
さてと、今日も町の復興のために頑張りますか。
少しずつやっていけばいい。俺も手伝ってやるから。
よーし。そうと決まれば、もっとしっかり調べなくちゃ。
Mario Bros. 3 has a speedrun history going back 20 years, and over that period of time, players optimized the run in many ways. For instance, in the very first speedrun performed by David Gibbons, he needs to rebuild P-Speed to reach the secret room. But over the years, it was discovered you could time a series of inputs to maintain P-speed so you could fly up to it immediately. Another major time save happened in 7-2, where runners used to start the level with a star to clear an enemy so they could backtrack and get P-speed. But over the years, the strategy changed to intentionally take damage so you can get P-speed without backtracking. These were things inside of the player's control, as optimizing them came down to the inputs you pressed, but if you did everything correctly, there was something lurking beneath the game's surface that was waiting to kill your run. The Hands of World 8. These are entirely based on RNG, with nothing players can do to affect them, so most high-level runners just accept that lots of runs will die and take the reset on the chin. However, what if I told you that there is an even worse RNG mechanic? The Hammer Bros are present in almost every world of the game, and in current speedruns, they're the gatekeepers for if your run continues or gets dragged to the underworld of time loss.
I want to smoke like a guy, man. You want to smoke so what? Final barrier.
As their movement is completely unpredictable, and in today's video, we'll be going over how players solved this problem and broke the final minute barrier this game will likely ever see. Oh, and shout out to the fans I ran into in a ruined church in Cove, Ireland when I was on vacation. Super Mario Bros. 3 is my second favorite 2D Mario game, but one thing I love more than Mario is saving money, and this video's sponsor Rocket Money can help with that. Rocket Money is an all-in-one personal finance app that helps you lower bills, cancel subscriptions, and manage your money better. Recently, I found out I was paying for streaming services that I don't even watch anymore, which had been siphoning money from me for months. But with Rocket Money, I could have identified and canceled this unwanted subscription ages ago, as it connects to your bank account and shows you all of your active subscriptions, and canceling them just takes a few taps. Rocket Money can also help you create a budget customized to your needs in seconds, as it helps you identify what you're spending your money on, and if you use all of its premium features, you can unlock further savings, with some users saving up to $740 a year. Go to rocketmoney.com/Abasoft or click the link in the description to get started for free. You can also unlock even more features with premium, and with that, let's get back to the video. For world record level Mario 3 speedruns, a lot of time can be lost or gained depending on how the Hammer Bros behave on the overworld. When you complete a level, they will always move in a random direction and are only coded to move once, but there are exceptions that allow them to move multiple times. For instance, they can't land on a level tile, mushroom house, or pipe, and will always try to arrive on a coin. However, they can't land on the same coin they started on. So, if they move to a level, they need to pick another random direction since they can't stay there. But if they move back to the same coin they came from, they'll have to repeat the process until they land on a coin other than the one they started on. And since each movement takes half a second, the time loss can quickly add up. With this knowledge, the best thing that can happen is for the Hammer Bros to move once, which runners call a movement of 1. If they move twice, it's a movement of 2, and so on. As the speedrun became optimized, any movement greater than 1 became a liability, so in 2018, Mitch Flowerpower sought to create a manipulation that limited how much they would move. It starts in World 1. In fact, it's the entirety of World 1 leading up to the end of 2-1 that makes up the manipulation, and if you want to get really technical, it actually starts from power on. Without getting too far into the details, the random number generator SMB3 uses does a good job of creating the appearance of randomness. But it's not entirely random. In fact, what it does is incredibly consistent. If you arrive at a game event on the same frame every time, the event will do the same thing consistently, and this includes where the Hammer Bros walk, which is decided at the end of a level. In World 2, there are 2 Hammer Bros, one with the hammer and one with the music box. The music box forces the Hammer Bros to stop moving for 2 turns, but the hammer lets you smash a rock. And if you smash a rock below this pipe, you can skip 3-2, the sun level, and 5-2. However, manipulating the Hammer Bro with the hammer is another question entirely, as while they do have a 25% chance to move to the tile you want, that's only true from a tile with 4 paths leading from it. The map itself isn't set up like that. In fact, it's set up so that they're likely to land on an undesired tile, causing the cycle to repeat and greatly reducing the chance of finding a frame where they do do the thing you want. Take this spot, for instance. There's the option to move right, left, or down. If the bro moves right, it needs to return since it can't stay
The
on
bro.
and since it can't remain on the same coin that it started on, it needs to move again. If it moves to level 4 or the sun level, it can't remain there, so it does the check again, with it having a 50-50 chance of going back to its starting tile, where the process would start again. The manipulation Mitch tried to create had the goal of getting the hammer bro with the hammer to cross 3-3 and move down so you can collect the hammer after the castle. But there's a problem. The hammer
Oh my
bros
gosh.
will never cross 3-3 naturally.
Bro messed
So,
up.
how do you get the hammer before completing that level? There's one case of hammer bros movement that we haven't looked at.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
This planet will be ours.
The sovereign
Remember!
of Trinitas has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
Let us save our world from these tyrants and reclaim our shining future!
And that's what happens when 2 hammer bros occupy
Darn.
the same tile. 2 hammer bros can't occupy the same tile, so if they ever move to the same spot, they're forced to move again. However,
I'm out.
the code for 1 hammer bro doesn't have any knowledge
And I have double
of the
eats.
other, so they don't check where each other will be moving, which means it's possible they'll move to the same tile. When this happens, even if both hammer bros land on a tile they didn't start on, they need to move again, which runners refer to as a marathon, and marathons can go on for a very long time.
Oh, I can play now. Thank you.
While a marathon can kill a speedrun, it's also what Mitch wants to manipulate, because while marathoning, the hammer bros can cross into 3-3. So what Mitch wanted to do was find a frame at the end of the castle in World 2 that had the hammer bros marathon a specific way, so they crossed 3-3 and then split. But this process was incredibly painstaking. Since the RP counter starts at power on, Mitch knew that all he needed to find was a certain frame in the speedrun near his average completion time of reaching the castle in World 2 that had the hammer bro movement he wanted. But finding a single frame where they do a specific marathon was hard. So, he split the manip into 3 parts. At the end of 3-1, 3-2, and the castle, Mitch will wait for a few seconds to end the levels on a specific frame. That way, he executes the manip in small pieces, which was easier to find frames for than looking for a single frame in the castle level on its own. This manip had a small flaw, however, as it had the hammer bro with the hammer move above 3-3, which lost time navigating to it. So in 2024, due to the run becoming more optimized, Mitch created a new manip to have the hammer bro move down, saving a few overworld movements. You might be wondering how he knows which frame to jump on to end the levels, and that's because he uses a metronome that starts when he powers on the game. It's not hooked into the code, so it's not considered a tool. All it's doing is starting a count at a certain time so Mitch can better align his jump input, much like they use in Pokemon to manip a starter. Another important point is that this manip is so precise that lag frames are a big problem, so the entire first of the run implements strategies that eliminate lag, as even a single lag frame ruins the manip. However, World 2 isn't the only thing that Hammer Bros can cause havoc on. World 3 has a mechanic where after every level or Hammer Bro encounter, the bridges between parts of the map will be raised
Big hits.
or lowered. The ideal path through this world is to defeat the Hammer Bro with the hammer, then to fight the other Hammer Bro that has a star. Not because the star is useful, as it takes more time to use the star than it would save in the speedrun, but because this Hammer Bro needs to be killed so the bridge to level 8 is open. If the Hammer Bro goes over the bridge to World 8 or goes between World 6 and 7, then there's no way to lower the bridge without playing an extra level, thus killing the speedrun. And when this happens, it's known as a runaway bro. But the Hammer Bro problems are just getting started. In World 4,
Hammer Bro problems.
And The best possible outcome is that you fight one of them, then avoid the other two, and hope they don't marathon or do long movements. In World 5, the music box is used to put the Hammer Bros to sleep for 2 overworld visits, which is done after coming out of the pipe, since if you do it before entering the pipe, you waste one of the sleep turns. There's also a Hammer Bro in the sky in World 5 which has the potential to do bad patterns, and all you can do is say a prayer to RNGesus and pray that nothing bad happens. World 6 is the last world with any Hammer Bros to worry about, of which there are 3. One of them has a star, which we don't want, and it's entirely based on RNG as to which one you'll get. And that's it for Hammer Bros. From World 1 to the Fortress in World 2, there are 3 manips you need to perform while playing at the highest level. The rest of the Hammer Bro movement is entirely random and can either kill a run or bless it. So far, we've covered an extensive RNG manip and then the RNG that's outside your control. But what about the things inside your control? When it comes to tricks and hard levels, SMB3 has plenty, and the Fortress in World 4 is a good place to start. We haven't talked about P-Speed, but it's a fundamental mechanic in the game where after running for a certain amount of frames, the P-meter becomes fully charged and Mario runs at his fastest speed. But getting P-Speed in this fortress is very hard, as there are lots of vertical jumps where if you're moving at top speed, you won't be lined up with the optimal jump position. To work around this, P-Speed is delayed by taking backwards movements so you can make the early jumps, but if you make an error, there's a chance you die or don't get P-Speed when it's needed, which either kills the run or loses a ton of time. And while this is difficult, it's perhaps World 7 that is even more challenging, as it has 3 different wall clips you need to perform. If Mario has a tile above his head when he stands up, he'll become stuck. However, the developers didn't want to softlock players, so they implemented a fix where he'll be pushed right until he's ejected from the wall. So by intentionally getting stuck, you can skip large portions of a level, particularly in 7-1. At the lowest level, this trick is subpixel dependent, so to get his subpixels in order, Mitch lightly taps the D-pad after the airship boss fight in World 6. Then does it again in the World 7 Fortress, which makes the trick possible. In a normal playthrough, you're supposed to go inside of the door and actually complete the level, which is set up like a pipe maze. But since the exit is on the other side of the wall, with some precise inputs, you can wall clip and skip everything, just as the small indie company that made the game intended. 7-6 is an underground level where you navigate vertically with moving platforms in a layout where you can screen wrap, but with another wall clip, you can skip all of this, which brings us to 7-9. This level doesn't just have one wall clip, it has 2, as the layout is set up in large metallic structures you need to break blocks inside of to navigate through. But by skipping the first 2 with wall clips, you can save a ton of time. When it comes to other hard tricks, there's also Fast 7-2, which has had so many strategy changes over the years that it would take an entire video to explain what's going on. But at a basic level, you're manipulating P-Speed and skipping over the music box Pit of Death. If everything we've covered so far goes right, the only challenge left is perhaps the most famous RNG fest in speedrunning, the hands in World 8. In this section of World 8, there are hands on tiles 1, 3, and 5 that have a 50-50 chance of spawning, and if they do, you're pulled into an inescapable level that you must beat.
Let's get this kill.
This gives you a 12.5% chance of getting through without seeing a single hand. And since it takes 45 minutes to reach the hands, you're looking at about 1 run every few days making it past them if you grind as much as Mitch does. But on April 17th, not only did Mitch hit the early Hammer Bro manip, he avoided the Runaway Bro in World 3 and hit all of the wall clips. All he needed was the hands to cooperate. Between the hands
Big
and the end
hits.
of the game, there's only about 5 minutes of gameplay, which includes a fortress, 8-1, 8-2, another fortress, then Bowser's
Oh, I should have
Castle.
sent
The
it.
levels aren't super difficult, and the fortresses are auto-scrollers, so if you get past the hands-on pace, a record is likely to happen. And when Mitch got to Bowser, he was positioned to set the
Oh,
first
snap.
50-minute time in history.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude, I can't. Oh my god!
The myth, the legend, MFP.
We did it! I can't even. Oh my god! We did it!
You know what? I'm fighting back. I'm fighting back, bro. Bitch. Big hits. Oh my gosh. One more hit. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out, brothers. Man, I'm pissed off mood right now, bro. I want the smoke like a goblin. He wants the smoke, so I rock him. Yeah, a double death. Someone in BH for max strength for 150 mil. Gonna get it all back in time. So we got it all back. Oh, that's sick. You gotta remember what side you die on, bro. If you die on the north side, you run to the north side. Just remember, like, what side you die on. That's what I usually do. However, I still don't get back in time here and there. So. That's usually my tactic, though. It mostly works. Well, all looks the same. Trust me, when you do that, it'll be easy. ISNet reached a new milestone, man. Yo, YZ, thank you for the follow, man. Come on, mate. Go potty outside. Okay. I'm go outside. Oh, he's been attacking me. Big hits. I'm just gonna send it. Send it again. What is that, bro? A 24. Like my lowest possible hit, man. My lowest possible hit, man. My lowest possible hits, brothers. Come on, hit up 48. I know I could just combo him out here, bro. That's what I'm thinking. 48. Send it here. Oh, so close. Oh! He smited. He smited. Hit him. Oh my gosh, come on. Come on. Dang it, man. Alright, get your smite back up, bro. It's over. Get your smite back up. I'm dead. Get your smite back up, bro. Doesn't even get it back up. That would have been such a nice smite, bro. You chanced him like 2 or 3 times when he was smited. Come on, man. You skipped me? Alright, perfect time to ping then. Let me take my dog outside, bro. Be right back. Come on, Ripsy. Ripsy. Come on, Ripsy. Good girl. Alright, I'm back. It was good to stream for you guys, man. It was good to stream for you guys, man. Go back out there. We gonna get some nice kills. We gonna get some nice kills, squad. Promise. Hi. Oh, this guy. This guy's my target. I'm going down, boy. Fuck you! Fuck you, man! No way! No way! Hell, I just friggin' ate, bro! Dang it, man! I friggin' clicked the food, bro. Dang it, man. I'm on a bad streak right now, guys. This is not good. Not good whatsoever. Come on, man. Next kill, next kill, next kill. That was so BS, man. You gotta be kidding me. I swear I ate, bro. I swear I freaking ate, man. Gotta be playing with my heart, bro. What? I got 2 packs left. Guys, I bought Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh boy. What's up, Nate? Ew, the guy. If he attacks me, bro, he's done for. Full protect off? No way. That is a very, very dumb decision, bro. Not worth it. I just died, bro. I want to get my freaking loot back. I'd rather fight this guy. Come on, big hits, guys. Man, what is this? I thought he was my target, man. I don't real world trade, bro. That's against the rules. Against the rules for real world trade, bro. Ain't nobody doing that. Dude, who's on me, bro? Holy smoke. You guys are rushing the flip out of me like freaking Russian. Am I playing on 2 accounts? Just so I can get more fights, brother. Oh, I'm not even praying. Not even praying. Would have been bad, bro. Hit! I got triple E. You know, I'm just gonna run a little. Just a little. Come on, big hit, squad. Oh, got her. Good fight. Yes. Good fight. Yes. That makes up for the deaths we had, bro. What? That's how you do it. Know what I mean, man? Heal up real quick. Who's excited for the Virtual Boy from Nintendo, guys? Ooh, baby! That's 2 mil. 2 mil. 1 mil profit since we died twice. You got skull? Oh, that's skull, mate. We gotta run to a grand exchange. And I just banked all my stuff. That's so dumb. Go to the grand exchange. Get super restore. Super combat. Super combat wombat. We'll just take out these. Save some money, I guess. Be more efficient. It's like this, boys. We're also gonna make a few. Dang it, man. That's more than I thought it would be. Make a few of this. Oops. Since we have the inventory space.
co-pilot. I bet my daughter an ice cream that a snail's faster than a slug. Am I gonna win?
You might be treating your daughter to some ice cream.
At 12:07 p.m., you knew nothing about mollusks. At 12:09 p.m., you were out 2 scoops of ice cream.
Introducing Samura Origins. Crafted with unique notes
Mollusks.
and flavors. Experience.
All right, welcome back to AGDQ 2020. I'm Sky Bills. I'm going to be your host for the Mario Maker 2 vlog. Let's hear some excitement in here. Oh, come on, there's way more of you than that. Let's really hear it for this bunch. Come on now. All right. So we have a $25 donation from Matthew who says, shout outs to my friends in the Kaiser crew. We've been the most amazing community to hang out with in the past few GDQs. Wish I could have been there in person, but having a blast watching at home with my wife and newborn daughter. I'll donate another $25 if the couch says hi to Marnie. We'll make sure to do that later on for you, Nathan. We have a $563 donation from Dice Guy D who says Mario Maker 2 at AGDQ.
What's that sharpshooter?
All of my money. This was an RNG donation brought to you by rolling 30-sided dice. Good luck on the race, everyone.
Keep that up.
Thank you
And
for a week of incredible entertainment and general
1v1.
Maker 2. Let's hear
Super Mario Maker.
I feel like they're ready.
Here on commentary, I am GlitchCat7, joined by Xwater, the Dragon Feeny, and Ethan.
And more importantly, on the stage, we have 2 amazing teams for you here today. I'll be introducing to you the team on the right, Team Pue My Wevel, starting with a man who is one of the most prolific creators in all of Mario, can beat any level there is, but no, he won't Pue yours, Barbarous King! Second up, we've got a man with the patience of a school teacher and the skill of a Mario master.
Can't wait till I stop having to potion up, bro. Potion up, bruh.
Next up, one of the greatest legends we have here, an original king of Kaizo and a real grown man, Pangia Panga.
Remember me? Yeah, I remember you. You comment on my YouTube videos.
The people's champion,
Just found your channel. Welcome, man. Keep making these pots, bro.
Our opposing team tonight is OK Boom Boom, the maddest of lads. We have the beautiful bearded man, Ryukar.
Always follow you. Thanks, man.
Got the thunder from down under. They needed to bring in a ringer from the other side of the world, Just Cook. We have Barbarous King's favorite son. And the only man who lives.
Alright, that's enough potions.
The Beast 721.
Get some brews.
And our very own Softlock God. Yeah, Softlock God, Spaghetti Cooker, Scientist.
Thanks, Reds. Next. We'll just combine them.
Alright, real quick before we get started, I am going to explain how this is going to work for everybody. These are levels that were made specifically for this event. They are blind, they are brand new. These racers have never
Anglerfish.
used all their skill and wits. There are 7 levels and a final level. Each team will receive a point for beating a level, and the team with the most points coming into the 8th level.
Anglerfish, mine.
Second head start to try to beat it before the other team. We are ready here with this first level. All Goombrats do quarrel by Buffalo. So could we get a countdown from the crowd? Ready?
We're ready. 3, 2, 1, go! All right. One thing I'm really excited about right here is that on commentary, we also are going to have the blind perspective. Ethan, you haven't seen any of these levels.
First time for me.
Yeah, so feel free to get excited. Oh, and we have our first
Yeah. So this is an SMB1 level in the underground style, so we're going to see a lot of jumping and a lot of blue falling platforms. So far, some precision platforming here. Really good moves for both teams.
I want to change the world.
I want to change the world. Give me one more chance.
Play my level on a roll right now, using that POW block to clear the munchers on the blue platform so they can keep moving.
They're making some serious progress over here.
Wow, we've got some progress.
Wow! For Team Play My
Oh my
Into
god.
the fight.
Okay, okay.
Oh, still moving. That checkpoint is going to be huge for Team
Holy
Play My Level.
smokes.
That means they can save just a little bit of their progress.
Yep.
And we can see that red door is entered. Barb is entering blind space now. He does not know what's coming up.
Ooh.
This is going to require some really quick reaction from these players hitting these.
Where's my freaking mace?
Change the blocks, red to blue. They're going to need that to open the gates and allow themselves to progress.
All right, Orator making it into the same area Barb was just in. Has that knowledge.
My freaking mace, bro.
Momentum buildup needed right there.
Right, brother.
Really good right now going on for Play My Level. There is some serious communication and blind readability. Remember, these players have never seen this before, so they are reacting. And you can think of these levels much more as a lexicon of skill than an actual thing to play. Here we go.
Oh.
Pipe entry. You hate to see it. After such a beautiful playthrough right there.
It all comes down to the vertical pipe.
It's gotten me once or twice before, too.
I think it's gotten us all once or twice.
How often do you stream? I try to daily. I'm trying to get back to daily.
Yeah. That might give OK Boom Boom just a chance to catch up here. Still looking for that first
They're making
checkpoint.
slow but steady progress on that initial section.
Ooh. Tough break for Play My Level. Those
Come on, let's get this loot. Hopefully it just dropped to the floor.
Yeah, those spike hitboxes definitely gained a little bit of size in Mario Maker 2. The games look very similar compared to 1 and 2, but there actually are a lot of like subtle differences and things you might not see from a viewer's perspective just at first. But there's a lot of niche in the way that you're moving around here.
We're also going to get to see a lot of the new Mario Maker stuff being added. The changes between Mario Maker 1 and Mario Maker 2 are pretty interesting, and we're going to hopefully show some of that off here.
Okay,
There we go.
The crowd goes wild.
Get that nice little toadette checkpoint there.
All right, we've got Barb making clean progress over here.
Oh, baby.
It should be noted that if you're at all familiar with Super Mario Maker 1, there are a lot of element differences in this level already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's another checkpoint for Play My Level. One section ahead, maintaining that lead. Let's see if they can round it out in the final section.
Making a lot of blind progress right here. He has no idea what's coming.
DDQ is on!
His wits. Amazing reuse of elements in this level. That same shell. 3 separate bounces.
That was it.
Goes forward with you.
Now this is something that factors into a lot of blind Mario races is knowledge. Once these players have seen what they have to do, if they die, they're going to have to come back and capitalize on that knowledge that they have. And just being able to see further on in a section might be an advantage if they can hold on to it.
I love the use of the 8-bit Goombrats in this level. It's like a sprite we never got in Super Mario Brothers originally, but you know, added into Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, also nice use of that giant Goombrat that splits into 2 when you stomp on it in that previous section. Yeah, add a little bit of excitement to these bounce combos.
Would one of you like to tell us the difference between a Goombrat and a regular Goomba?
Ooh, I know.
Yes,
go ahead. Thanks for raising your hand.
A Goombrat will not walk off the edge. They value their lives too much.
That's
Good
correct.
answer.
Yes. They are playing some serious moving chairs over here.
I saw them earlier practicing the musical chairs, and they've nailed it.
Yeah. That was, I think, half of their week of practice here. Was
there's OK Boom Boom getting into the point. And now we are neck and neck. Just a quick reminder, there is an 8-minute time limit per level. If no team finishes, it will be a draw, but once 8 minutes have elapsed, the players will be allowed to finish the life that they're on. So we gotta keep things moving here.
Oh, team OK Boom Boom making great blind progress as well.
Yeah, here goes OK Boom Boom with a shot at that vertical pipe.
Yes.
Oh,
they've got the money.
Oh my goodness. Was that first? Like, oh my gosh. The heartbeat.
There it is, the vertical pipe.
Wow, suddenly the lead has
win.
Very nice. Very nice.
Amazing. For this first level, the crowd is going absolutely wild.
Wow. There they are cheering for. That was the beast with that clear, that very, very clutch clear for his team.
Just like Beanie
OK
said,
Boom Boom up.
true to his name.
What's up, Hawk? Boy? Attack me, brother. Just get those. Who the fuck is Turkey Al-Kashi, bro? Who the fuck? What are you waiting for? We're waiting for fights. Or somebody to hopefully miss. Nobody's doing that right now. We did get a fair amount of fights though today, so all good. We gotta fight. We had a fight. It was a good fight. Oh, almost got him. Almost got him, boys. Long squad. We got a chance. And down for a rematch, I guess. Good luck. God dang it, bro. Should have special attack sooner. So sad. I'm gonna send it here. Yes! Good fight! No way. Void Awaker? No Void Awaker. The hero sin does pay off. Only down 7 mil from the bond we bought freaking a week ago. We're still climbing, bro. We're still climbing. Can't wait to get my Tesla bed. I don't school. Me either, man. Ha! Mm. Life sucks, man. Depressing.
Yeah. We do it real big, man. Yeah. Then I got my Mexican homie right here. My Mexican homie. What you bang, homie? What you said? Cooking in the bathroom. Yeah. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Pop your shit right quick. Chef OG, man. Yeah. Chef OG, man. Nigga, I'm the best thing smoking. You think I'm lying, boy? Come and try, boy. Feel what I'm saying, man? Yeah, I got my person. Motherfucker, man. Cooking this shit up, man. Yeah. I got my personal shit. Yeah, tell them what's going on. Yeah. Right here we got chicken. Tell them what's going on, man. We got chicken. Yeah. Turkey. Yeah. Refried rice. Yeah. Mayo for the grease. Yeah. We do it real big, man. Yeah. Then I got my Mexican homie right here. My Mexican homie. What you bang, homie?
What a great game. Thank you, man. Get some kills. God, man. Terrible button, man. I gotta run.